Hello, I'm Glenn, and a big warm welcome to Mr. Marr and all the junior students out at Lake Macquarie High School. Here's a starting point. 90 across, 40 up. We're not going to draw a full cube. We're drawing just the left face of what would be a cube. So that's a flat surface. Now we're going to give ourselves a guideline in the right splat direction. I'm going to extend that using a ruler. I'm marking off or stepping off 4 times. At the very end one, place the point of the splat on it, and we're going to repeat what we did at the front. We're drawing another flat surface, which is angled away from us to the left. Now I'm joining those 2 points. Most of these lines will end up being erased, so we draw them really lightly. These are guidelines to help set out our drawing. And finally, those 2 points, and we have a balsa block. Imagine if this was solid balsa, there's some lines that we'll no longer see, so let's erase those. I'm going to mark off halfway along that front edge, and I need to take a line across to the left. Which will I use, the left or the right splat angle? Boom, we're going to use the left. So let's take that line across, and we can make a wedge shape piece of balsa by joining those 2 points. We'll repeat the same thing at the far edge. Now we have a few lines to remove, just like I told you we would. What would it look like if I viewed it from the side? Well, we started off with a rectangular prism, and we carved the top of it to give us a wedge shape. Remember, we started with it divided in 4 lengths. I'm going to use those to center my wheels. The front wheel will be on the first mark. The back wheel will be halfway in between the last mark. And there's my ground line. Great, so let's get started with the wheels. You're going to use the right ellipse and put that mark, first mark, right in the center. And draw your ellipse. So I'm repositioning. I'm putting my pencil on the opposite edge of the splat, and I'm sliding a little bit and draw again. Just connecting the 2 cylinders together there, and there's my front wheel. Let's erase a few lines. Great, that's looking really good. If I drew the back wheel there, they look a little bit too close together, so I'm going to halve that distance, and I'm going to draw my rear wheel right there. So again, there's my first ellipse. Chip pencil there, slide it much further this time. The rear wheels are much wider on a dragster. And connect those ellipses to make a cylinder. Great. To make a tire, I'm copying that ellipse on the inside, front and back. And if I draw an ellipse just touching that line, then I've got a tire on a rim. That's a complete wheel. We're going to round it off to make it a little bit more aerodynamic, to allow it to slip through the air. So on my 3D drawing, I'm just rounding my corners and a little bit at the back while we're at it. Great, so let's erase those lines now. And I'm redrawing in. That line is no longer there. But what about that one? Well, there's no corner at the back anymore, so no, that one needs to go. So let's erase that. Back to our side view. If I carve some balsa out of there, I'm saving weight, which will make the dragster lighter and faster. So run your hand backwards and forwards, and when you're happy with the shape, darken it in. That's where I'm going to carve the material out. I'm adding a circle outside the circle. I'm going for the bigger wheel look. So I'm copying that ellipse a little bit wider and half an ellipse at the back. Now I join those together or use the splat to help you get that angle. Let's do the same thing at the front. There's the whole ellipse, the half ellipse. I'm not going to worry about erasing because I'm just going to cover that with some shading anyway. That's a highlight. Anything curved usually picks up a reflection. We call it a highlight. So I'm shading outside of the highlight. You can use an eraser to cut in your highlight if you've forgotten to add it. Really important, this is a center line. It runs right up the center of the car. Imagine if I had a saw blade and I was cutting it from front to back. That's the line that we're drawing. We could also do one in the other direction. There's my halfway mark. I'm using the splat to help get that angle round the corner and then down, or vertical. So it's pretty much still like a balsa block with the edges rounded. What about something a bit pointier at the front? That's how it looks in the side view. Now I'm taking that point across on the splat angle, rounding off a little, and I can darken that in and see how it looks. The rocket motor, massive thrust. So it's going to be in that area, so I've got to be careful not to take too much balsa out of that area. But I could carve some out of right there, and that's how it looks. So on my 3D view, let's have a play around with cutting some out of there. From the back, it's still looking like my basic square shape. Remember, I need to leave some balsa around there, but I could slope the sides in like that. Let's have a go on the 3D view. Was vertical, we're now going to angle the sides in a little bit like that. So we'll erase that, and that one will come down a bit too. Let's smooth it off, and now we're looking like a dragster. Great. There's my contour lines. They help me think about the shape of the surface. I could copy the motor shape and actually round the top right off with a curvy line. Here I'm cutting in what's called a scallop. There's the shape that I'll be carving in, and when I take that shape along the side, I'll get a line above and below. It gets narrower at the front, just as the waist of the car gets narrower. And I'm adding my contour lines back in again. How about if I wanted to show that it dips in at the top? No problem. There's my contour lines. Let's have a go at a top view. So you're going to take the position of the wheels straight up above. So from the top, it pretty much is still a blocky shape. So I could think about how I might like to change the design from the top. I'm shading the wheels there to make them look like they're slightly curved. All right, let's round the front a little more. Let's bring that line in. Cool. Now I'm transferring the front wheel and sliding it on the splat angle across the other side of the car, and it looks like I just see a little bit there. I've added an air intake. Maybe we need a flow of air to cool the rocket motor. I'm extending the front. I've got that center line out, and now I'm making it a little bit more pointy. So I'm just having a play around with the shapes. I'm really practicing here and seeing what I can come up with. Here's a rounded kind of body. That center line, re-establish that. It's really important. What about old school? Let's add an air intake at the front and some rivets for the really old look, maybe an access hatch for maintenance. Something's wrong here. When I draw a splat line, that ellipse really should line up with the splat line. So I've erased it, and you can see I'm laying that ellipse along that line. doing my little fix-up. What about a cockpit? I need to draw a circle and ellipse there, so I'm drawing the big one and then copying inside, just using it as a guide. I've got half an ellipse there, and then I join it with 2 lines going back. To draw a helmet, just think of it as a U upside down, cut in a little visor, little steering wheel. Good. I'm using the small ellipse for the nozzle of the rocket engine. Big flame out the back. Here's an earlier drawing. I'm looking at a different shape canopy. I'm using those contour lines to show that. I really like the lights, so I'm going to add some smaller ones to my old school drawing. A few little marks to make it look like the glass. Cool. So as the air flows over these wings, it creates downforce. That helps make it stable. They're like upside down wings. Really important. Let's try and add a few. 2 lines on the splat angle. End it with the other angle. To take those lines across the other side of the car, I'm going to line it up with the splat edge. Transfer that across to there. And finish it off on the same angle. Let's put one on the back. I've popped a line straight up from the center line and I've drawn a splat line in the middle. Here's our graphics, Lake Macquarie High School. This shows our sponsors, the beautiful school on the lake. Here's a fuel filler and indicator. I'm going to trace over that now to explore a couple of other concepts. If you don't have any thin paper, which is called bank paper, you can just stick your drawing up on a glass window and then place another sheet over the top and you'll easily be able to trace through. Here I'm drawing a cylinder of a rocket motor on top of the car and I'm adding it on instead of doing so much carving out. So it's an alternate way to draw. You can see the shape of the body that I'm thinking of here. Notice how I'm drawing with long lines. I'm using my whole arm rather than sketchy lines by bending my wrist. It's called drawing from your shoulder. It's a great habit. Whoa! So we're looking really Batman-y here, adding some stabilizer fins, just like an arrow flies through the air with fins at the back. This could be a hydrogen fuel cell, or it could be where I add my rocket fuel. A little shadow at the bottom. The shadow helps it look like it's sitting on a road or on a page instead of just a design that's floating in the air. So I've got a bit of an idea of the shape I'd like, and I'm tracing over again. This is my tidy version that I'll be presenting my idea with. Some of the curves I've toned down a little bit, but it's pretty much the same design. I'm including a wider wing at the front there. Now it's time for the cutting line. Remember, that's the darkest line that goes right around the outside of the drawing. I'm using a fairly sharp black pencil. Also, where the wheels overlap against the body, that can take a darker line as well. Don't darken in all of your contour lines. They're just to help you with your designing, although they do look pretty cool if you can see them faintly and you don't rub them out. A little bit of colour helps show the shape, and the big white highlights show that it's a really glossy paint instead of being black. I've had a fabulous time. It's been years since I've drawn one of these rocket cars, so thank you for requesting that, Lake Macquarie High School. You're awesome, and don't forget to send me some more suggestions on what you'd like to see. I'm Glenn. Thanks very much. Go practice. Bye.